Welcome to I Will Restore radio broadcast. The purpose of this program is to empower you to break out of your limiting principles, values, and beliefs to bring you into your desired divine destiny. I'm Minister Vicky, your co-host. Our desire is to help you fulfill your destiny and reach your goals by providing you with tools and techniques to facilitate your spiritual and emotional healing. Now let's join our host, the Restoration Doctor, Dr. D.L. Waters.
And we're laying this foundation, we're really laying this foundation so that, again, that you will consider what we have said. The previous presentation that we did on consciousness is the only reality. And what we're doing tonight and what we're going to do go forth in regard to this, we're talking about the aspect of that you, by your consciousness, arrive at the point where you are convicted that something is true. You are convicted, you believe. We made mention of the fact that it is your consciousness that creates, it brings about a change. And we mentioned this because Neville does it in this item that we're reading. And let me just go forth and read it, and I'll come back with some other things in regard to what he says. He mentions here, I'm going to begin at this point where he talks about in this particular presentation entitled Consciousness is the Only Reality. And let me just mention that I'm more than willing to send you a copy of this. I believe that it would be instrumental. It has been helpful to me. You can email me at Dennis, DENNIS .Waters, WATERS, the number 4, Dennis.Waters4 at Comcast.net. You can email me in regard to this, and I'll send you a copy of it. I'll send you a copy of it, and you'll be able to see it. You can also like us at the I Will Restore Facebook page. I Will Restore. Put the I and the will together, and then separate the restore, and you'll be given in the search bar our Facebook page for I Will Restore, and you can like us there. You can also friend me on Facebook, Dennis L. Waters, DENNIS L. Waters, WATERS. Friend me on Facebook. I'd love to talk with you, dialogue with you, especially if you have in mind that you desire to live the life that you have imagined. You desire to live what we call the 4D life, or what others may call your best life. That's your desire, and you are moving forward in regard to that experience. Because I believe it is as we have this desire, we begin to expand and we begin to move forward. At least that is the story that has opened up in regard to me. And so we have this presentation. And here in this, it says, you become for a moment after a successful meditation incapable of continuing in the act as though it were a physical creative act. You're just as impotent after you have prayed successfully as you are after the physical creative act. When satisfaction is yours, you no longer hunger for it. If the hunger persists, you did not explode the idea within you. You did not actually succeed in becoming conscious of being that which you wanted to be. There was still that thirst when you came out of the deep. If I can feel that I am that which but a few moments ago I knew I was not, but desired to be, then I am no longer hungry to be it. I am no longer thirsty because I feel satisfied in that state. Then something shrinks within me, not physically, but in my feeling, in my consciousness, for that is the creatureness, the creativeness of man. He so shrinks in desire, he loses the desire to continue in this meditation. He does not halt physically, he simply has no desire to continue the meditative act. I want to take a break right now, and then I'm going to come back.
Our third offer, the Gold Package. The gold package includes all the items included in the bronze package and in the silver package. You get 5 additional books to help you learn to be effective in using the skills of visualization books. You also will receive 6 additional courses in MP3 format that will help you to understand and practice the skill of awareness. The visualization books are also based on the teachings from Neville Goddard. These are transcripts derived from listening to the audio files, seeking to put the audios in a workable format so that every person will be able to understand and apply these teachings. Visualization and awareness are mental skills that you must build in the mind. They are like mental muscles that must be trained, just like an athlete trains their muscles. You are training yourself to get your 4D life. It is worth it to you, a small fee in return for having the enjoyment the rest of your life. Some people need the material in written form because of their learning style. A person who is committed to their growth keeps going until they get it in a form they can understand and apply and practice. 5 books on visualization that present the principles in a written perspective. Next, and additional, special bonus books from the Psychology of Achievement series, written near the turn of the 20th century, still relevant today in the 21st century, plus the same ideas from a variety of writers from the past, all with the purpose of helping you to find the person, the voice that resonates with you, that makes it possible for you to bring forth your 4D life. This includes 6 additional courses in MP3 format. These are instructional, dispensing knowledge for practicing. The principles taught in one of these courses, when practiced, will change your life forever for the better. You will experience the beginning of your 4D life. This is guaranteed. You practice the principles, you change your life. Here are the 6 additional amazing courses. 1. Visualization. 2. Imagine this, imagine that. 3. Restoration of the self. 4. Living the 4D life. 5. Royally rich. 6. The power of affirmative prayer. Here is what you have in the gold package. Everything in the silver package, the 5 PDFs, the 5 complete lessons on these presentations, and also with the gold package, you have 5 visualization books and 6 new audio courses with over 120 hours of additional training and teaching to assist you in creating your 4D life. The life you desire, the life you define, the life divinely intended for you, the life lived on the 4-dimensional level, your destiny, your dream life. You will have over 150 hours of audio recordings on changing your life. You will be investing in changing your life, creating your 4D life. You are worth it. You deserve your happiness. You deserve joy. You deserve fulfillment. You deserve to smile, to have that sense of completeness. All of the materials in these courses, the books, the audios, could easily cost over $1,200. All of this to truly change your life. What if you were told you would earn this back in 10 years, maybe 5 years, or even 1 year? Would it be worth it to you to change your life, to live your new 4D life? It has been for me. But now you can have all of them for a total of $197.97. That's $197.97. At the sales page, click the gold button or email us at neville5pod@iwillrestore.com. Put the 4D Life Transformation Creation Manifestation Gold Package in the subject line. That's the 4D Life Transformation Creation Manifestation Gold Package, only $147.95.
When you pray, and this is where he quotes Mark, the 11th chapter, and verse 24. When you pray, believe that you have received, and you have received. When the physical creative act is completed, The sinew which is upon the hollow of man's thigh shrinks, and man finds himself impotent or is halted. In like manner, when a man prays successfully, he believes that he is already that which he desired to be. Therefore, he cannot continue desiring to be that which he is already conscious of being. At the moment of satisfaction, physical and psychological, something goes out which in time bears witness to man's creative power. Neville had said that these items that are mentioned in the Old Testament, he made mention, as we mentioned in our previous time together, that they are done by virtue of symbols. And the items that are mentioned here in the Old Testament, he calls it phallic worship. And he's looking at that now, and he's talking about this aspect that when a person who is bringing forth a child in the sexual union of two adults, bringing forth a child, that when there is this phallic satisfaction that takes place, this phallic satisfaction that takes place, that when that is done, then the member actually shrinks, it goes down, because there is this satisfaction. And that when you arrive at the point where you have prayed and you have meditated, you arrive at the point where you're actually sensing that you are already what you had previously desired to be. You are satisfied, or the text of the Bible says you have a peace that passes all understanding. You have arrived at this room where there is the unspeakable joy. You are at that place where you know and you believe, and it's a belief that is at the level of a conviction of knowing, of beingness. You have prayed and you believe that you've already received. That's what is being talked about here. That's where we are seeking to encourage you to arrive at, where you know that your prayer has already been answered. And so you've moved beyond just simply a begging and beseeching. You are at that point affirming that the prayer has been answered. You are decreeing that it already is. You are decreeing that it already is. It is at that point that the book of Mark, the 11th chapter, actually is speaking of when it says, have faith in God. I tell you the truth, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will happen, it will be done for him. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. In other words, it will move from the realm of spirit to manifest itself in what I call the third dimensional level of life, this third dimensional level. So it would move from that realm of spirit. And so he is talking about this entire item. He goes on in regard to this particular sermon, and he talks about the relationship between Judah in the Old Testament, the 38th chapter of the book of Genesis, 38th chapter. And he talks about, again, using the letters Judah that are in the word Judah are the same letters, really, Yod, He, and Vav. And then Tamar is mentioned in that particular text as well. And Tamar means a palm tree, or the most beautiful and the most comely. She is gracious and beautiful to look on, and is called a palm tree. A tall, stately palm tree blossoms even in the desert, Neville says. Wherever it is, there is an oasis. When you see the palm tree in the desert, there will be found what you seek most in that parched land. There's nothing more desirable for a man moving across a desert than the sight of a palm tree. In our case, to be practical, our objective is the palm tree. That is the stately, beautiful one that we seek. Whatever it is that you and I want, remember we said on yesterday, and we'll reaffirm on today, that at the beginning of this particular presentation, Neville said it was vital that it was absolutely vital that you have a clear picture of what you desire. You have a clear picture, and here he is talking about that desire in the person of Tamar, and Tamar, Tamar. And he's speaking of her, meaning that if you're in a desert and you want to find an oasis, the sight that you may initially see that is your desire because you are thirsty. Remember, the Bible speaks of this aspect of hungering and thirsting. And so Tamar is this thing that you initially see. And so in your meditation, in your prayer, in your affirmations, you are arriving at the point where you see it by virtue of spirit. You see it by virtue of spirit. And he's saying that Judah is our searching for and looking for. And then when he sees Tamar, he desires to be intimate with her. He wants to be one with her. And she says to him, "What will you give me as a pledge that you will give me a kid?" He had promised that if he allows her to be intimate with him, then he will give her a kid. And he doesn't have it, but he makes a pledge. And she says to him, that you're going to give me a kid, but give me a pledge that you're going to actually do what you said. You're going to actually do what you said. So many times we make promises, God, when we're in trouble, when we need something, we make a promise, and we say that we're going to come through and we're going to do and all kinds of other things. This is the same kind of thing that is going on here. And she answers him, look, give me something that you're going to keep your word. And so he gives them the ring, gives them bracelets, gives the staff, those things that imply that the word is going to be kept after the act is done. And he gives her the ring, the bracelet, and gives her his scepter. And he goes in and he knows her, and she bears a son. We're going to take a break at this point.
Fourth offer, Platinum offer. The Platinum package includes all that is in the Bronze package, all that is in the Silver package, and all that is in the Gold package, plus a very special commitment and opportunity to work with you to bring forth your dreams and aspirations, your 4D life. This is for whoever wants more than they ever had before. This is for the person who is leading their family, leading their company, their organization, their team, no matter at what level, and who simply wants to be better. That's who this is for. You know you can be better, do better, and have more, and you are ready to move to the next level. This is a special bonus material for leaders. Goal-setting materials to include the Think and Grow Rich Goal-Setting Guide and other goal-setting guides, including special goal-setting guides and leadership books and materials, written by Dr. John Maxwell, the #1 leadership teacher in the world. This book includes 1. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. 2. Putting Your Dreams to the Test. 3. The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. 4. The Difference Maker. 5. Developing the Leader Within You. 6. Developing the leaders around you. And 7. 2 complimentary coaching 1-hour individual/group coaching/mastermind sessions in 2017, and or participation in 1 paid mastermind group at the discretion of Dr. Waters. From Dr. Dennis L. Waters, Sr., the Restoration Dr. D-Min PhD candidate. And if you are one of the first 20 people who sign up for this special order, then you also receive all of this to make it absolutely possible to change your life, the life of your business in 2017 on into 2018 and beyond. All of this material would normally sell for over $2,000, plus the cost of the coaching and mastermind group. But today, you can get it all for $397.95. We're talking about hundreds of hours of teachings on topics of personal transformation. Personal transformation is absolutely necessary before organizational transformation can occur. All organizational developmental specialists agree on this. Some of the greatest organizational development leaders of the past 100 years have agreed on the need for personal transformation preceding organizational transformation. Because you have laid the foundation, you are now ready to lead your family, community group, church ministry group, team, and organization. You can help them to be for something and not simply against something. If you want to be cutting edge in the 21st century, then you, the individual, the leader, at whatever level you are in the organization, must lead change. We are giving you the tools to change your life. Plus, giving you 2 one-hour coaching sessions or participation in a paid mastermind group of like-minded individuals who are determined to make this the best year of their life and business. Dr. Waters is a John Maxwell certified coach and trainer. The Neville Goddard material on visualization was created by him before being trained by the John Maxwell Group. Dr. Waters is also presently a doctoral student at Walden University in industrial organizational psychology with a specialty in leadership development and coaching. Executive life and leadership coaching today as a business expense can range in cost from between $15,000 to $500,000 annually, with hourly rates ranging from $250 to $5,000 plus. This offer is only for the first 20 people. It is for 2 one-hour sessions with Dr. Waters with the intent of focusing on determining the goals this individual desires to achieve in their 4D executive life or for their 4D personal life. Email Neville5pod@iwillrestore.com. Ask for the 4D Life Transformation Creation Manifestation Platinum Package. Again, all this material would normally sell for over $2,000 plus the cost of the coaching and mastermind group. But today, you can get them for just $397.95. That's the Platinum Package, $397.95 to receive it. Whichever package you choose, you will receive an email reply with instructions on how to proceed with your next step. Do it now.
And Neville says that is the story. Now the interpretation. Man has one gift that is truly his to give, and that is himself. He has no other gift. As told you in the very first creative act of Adam begetting the woman out of himself, there was no other substance in the world but himself with which he could fashion the object of his desire. In like manner, Judah had but one gift that was truly his to give, himself. As the ring, the bracelet, and the staff symbolize. So these are symbols that one is going to be faithful to the promise that is made, the symbols of his kingship. Man offers that which is not himself, but life demands that he give the one thing that symbolizes himself. Give me your ring, she says. Give me your bracelet. Give me your scepter. These make the king. When he gives them, he gives of himself. You are the great King Judah. Before you can know you are before you can know your Tama, reading from him, Neville, and make her bear your likeness in the world, you must go in unto her and give of self. Suppose I want security. I cannot get it by knowing people who have it. I cannot get it by pulling strings. I must become conscious of being secure. Let us say that I want to be healthy. Pills will not do it. Diet or climate will not do it. I must become conscious of being healthy by assuming the feeling of being healthy, is what Neville says. Perhaps I want to be lifted up in the world. Merely looking at kings and presidents and noble people and living in their reflection will not make me dignified. I must become conscious of being noble and dignified and walk as though I were that I wish I now want to be. When I walk in that light, I give myself to the image that haunted my mind, and in time she bears me a child, which means I objectify a world in harmony with that which I am conscious of being. You are King Judah. You are King whoever you consider yourself, your name to be. You are that individual that has dominion over your own thoughts. Now you must exercise that dominion. And this is my looking at what Neville has written and looking at what he's written and seeking to bring it into understanding. You become conscious of being the one who is in dominion. Remember, God said, let him have dominion. And so you become conscious of having dominion. And you also are Tamar. You're going to bring something from within you. When you become conscious of being that which you want to be, this is Neville, you are Tamar. Then you crystallize your desire within the world round about yourself. No matter what stories Neville says you read in the Bible, no matter how many characters these ancient storytellers introduce into the drama, there is one thing you and I must always bear in mind. They all take place within the mind of the individual man. In other words, they all take place in your mind. That's really why the preacher preaches or the teacher teaches. They're not talking about just somebody who lived, we would say, thousands of years ago. That's not the point. It is the aspect of seeing the story unfolding within yourself. You are a character in the story, and you choose a character that you will become conscious of being. And so as you read the story, as you hear the story that is preached or taught, that person in the story you begin to identify with. And that's what Neville is saying. Again, I say that there are many ways that the same story is told over and over and over again. And you then know what you want to be. Then you assume the feeling of being that which you want to be and remain faithful to your assumption, living and acting on your conviction. You always make it fit that pattern. That's the pattern. You look at what is written, you read it, you hear it, but it's taking place within your own mind. And you become conscious of being that individual. That's the pattern. It's bringing into your own mind. And then you see yourself, you see that individual living as you in this day and time. And so you assume the feeling of being that which you want to be. You assume the feeling that individual have. You again want a peace that passes all understanding. You want that certainty in life that which you hope for is going to be realized. You want to know that the promise is going to be kept. And that's what we're talking. And you, in prayer and meditation, you arrive at the point where you're in this room and then you assume that your prayer has already been answered. You believe that your prayer has already been answered. And then you remain faithful to that assumption. You remain faithful to that belief. You assume the feeling of being that which I want to be. You assume the feeling of being that which you want to be. I assume the feeling of being that which I want to be, and remaining faithful to my assumption, living and acting on my conviction. It then hardens into fact.
Neville, at the end of his presentation, would invite individuals to go into the silence. We're doing that as we go forward. And we will have a session that will involve meditations and present you with an opportunity to actually practice what it is that we have talked about. Right at the point where we have talked about them, you get to enact the principles that we have just moments before mentioned. And so, remembering what you just heard, practice it now. Remember, this is not something that you do while you're driving or while you're actively working or whatever it may be. And with this, we will have the presentations available to you after a period of time that we have them on the podcast, but after a period of time, we'll actually take them down as well and have them only available for those who are in the classes and doing the trainings and those types of things. And we'll have the silence, going into the silence, available as downloads that you can get via Amazon or some other way that they'll be available online. But for right now, we have them available for you. And the one that we're doing here is entitled Awakening Potential. It's a guided meditation for reaching your highest potential. Reaching your highest potential. And the sound, the music, is called Tropical Waves. Tropical Waves. And you'll see its meaning and value to what we're speaking about here in a few moments. It's entitled Tropical Waves. And we'll have it available both as a download that'll be available without words, just downloading. And then also a download with the meditation, Awakening Potential, and others as well. And so, in a few moments, we will do Awakening Potential. Remember, this meditation is designed to help you discover and act from your place of highest potential. And as such, as going into the silence is something that you are not to do while you are driving, active, or anything like that. So we'll give you a few moments so you can find a place where you're sitting down, lying down, and we're going to begin going into the silence. When you have the PDFs and the actual sermons from Mother Goddard, you'll see where he says, now let's go into the silence. So what we're speaking here is, now let's go into the silence. Take a breath. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in the love and light of God. Breathing on our attention. Welcome to Awakening Potential. This guided meditation is designed to help you discover and act from your place of highest potential. As you listen, you will engage the natural resources of your own imagination to discover the wellspring of potential that lies within. Because this meditation is designed to create a state of deep relaxation, you should not listen to it while driving. Choose a quiet time, a quiet place for this experience, where you can settle your body into a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. As you listen, always remember that you are in control of this experience, and that you may stop the meditation at any time, or you may alter my suggestions as you wish to better suit you. With my voice as your guide, you will move through a series of images carefully designed to connect you with the vast possibilities for creativity, and achievement that lie within you. Your own inner wisdom may connect you with images from deep within your subconscious mind. Remember to trust whatever arises without judgment, accepting the natural wisdom of your own imagination. To begin, situate yourself as comfortably as possible, either sitting down or lying down. Find a position that provides support for every part of your body so that you can comfortably relax and sink into the surface beneath you. Breathing easily and naturally. Allow your eyes to gently close. Take a moment to move your awareness through each part of your body, beginning with the crown of your head and moving downward. Notice where there's any tension or discomfort and adjust yourself accordingly. Move from the crown of your head and see if you can relax a bit more. And over the muscles of your face and jaw and neck, breathing in deeply and then releasing tension on the exhale. Breathing in and then releasing tension in your neck and shoulders, your arms and back, your stomach, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Breathing in and then releasing as you slowly move your awareness down over each part of you. Allow yourself to sink more and more into a state of complete relaxation, knowing and trusting that you are safe here, that you are fully supported, and can relax as much as you wish. Just melting into the surface beneath you. On the next inhale, see if you can gather up any remaining pockets of tension and slowly release them on the exhale. As you inhale, imagine a warm, cleansing, blue wave sweeping through your entire body and collecting all the anxieties, all the potential, all the worries of your day, so that you can breathe them out on the exhale. Each breath cleansing and opening you a little more as you give yourself a precious gift of this moment, a moment for you to be safely in your body, in your most relaxed and peaceful state. Now, allowing your breath to return to a natural, even rhythm. Simply breathing in and out, gently and evenly, at whatever pace seems and feels right to you in this moment. Now that you are deeply relaxed and fully present in this moment, see if you can turn your awareness inside and imagine that you find yourself on a beautiful, pristine beach on a sunny day, feeling the gentle warmth of the sun on your face. The air is pure and cleansing. The calm, blue, green waters of the ocean stretch out to the horizon, where they meet the pale blue sky, dotted with fluffy white clouds. You're on a perfect beach, on a perfect day, the waves gently lapping on the sandy shore. You see them, you hear them. You're just strolling along the sand, enjoying the day at your own pace, in your own time. Perhaps leaning down to examine bits of shell, pretty strange in the sand. You can feel the warm and caressing sand caressing your bare feet. And you know that you're perfectly safe here. And that this place is just for you. A place where you are free to relax completely. And as you walk along, contented and relaxed, appreciating the fresh air and the comforting warmth of the sun, suddenly you notice, just at the edge of the water, where the waves lap softly against the shore, a small wooden box. It's wedged in the sand. And you see that the waves are almost strong enough to loosen the box from where it lies. It's half buried in the sand, but the waves are not quite strong enough, and the box remains firmly stuck in the sand for now. And so you walk over to the box and pick it up. As you hold the box in your hand, you become aware that it's filled with doubts and anxieties, but they are safely locked inside of the box. cannot escape into the perfect beauty of this day. And as you turn the lockbox in your hands, you realize that it contains your own old fears, your own limiting beliefs, the old habits of thought that created doubt in your mind and prevented you from expressing yourself fully in the world. And you realize, holding this small box in your hand, that you do not have to carry it alone, that you can throw it out into the ocean where it can be received and carried away from you. So you give yourself permission to release this box, to release these old doubts, these old fears, these old limiting beliefs forever. When you lift the box high over your head and then cast it out into the waves, it feels good. As you see it land in the water, far off in the distance, you watch as the waves carry it far, far away from you. As you watch the box disappear, you're flooded with a feeling of freedom, an exciting feeling of new possibilities. You understand that you have just freed yourself of the things you no longer need, the nagging doubts, the disbeliefs that no longer serve you. Your body fills with a sensation of lightness, and suddenly you realize that you're not limited to standing on the shore, but that you can actually lift off the ground if you wish. You can soar, flying far above this beach, above the blue-green waves of the ocean. You're in the fourth dimension. Like a seagull, like an eagle, you can soar up over this beautiful scene and see it from above if you wish, feeling the exhilaration and the thrill of flight, of unbound, unrestricted movement. And you can dip back down and skim the surface of the wave if you like, trailing your fingers in the salty water if you like. You can even dive deep down underneath the water and see what treasures await you there if you like. And so for a time, you play with your new powers in this new place, knowing that all this is possible and confident in your ability to fly, to dive, or to float along on the wave, relaxed and easy. knowing that this is all for you and that you are capable of anything. There's no fear in this place, no judgment, no limitations. There's only possibilities. Here in this place that is yours and yours alone. This place of possibility is your birthright. It belongs to you and can never be taken from you. It belongs to you and can never be taken from you. And then, whenever you're ready, you can return to the shore and stand on your own 2 feet again, looking out at the beautiful ocean, giving thanks to the beauty and limitless possibilities of this place. And now, knowing that you can return here whenever you choose, you can begin to bring your awareness back into your body, in the present moment again. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe stretch your muscles, as you become more and more present in your body once more. Finally, when you're ready, opening your eyes to all the possibilities of the day, of the night that lies before you. Knowing as you do that you are better for having done this. For you have awakened your potential. And now you rest.